Welcome to Readiness Assessment for Distance Learning in the age of the novel coronavirus. We're facing a lot of challenges, and one of those is going over Algebra 1 in a video chat, and in this case, a supplementary YouTube video. Okay, so our first exercise asks us to take the following three numbers, the ratio of 21/19, 21 over 19, 1.01, and 1.01, and order them from least to greatest. Least to greatest. Okay, so first of all, what's this bar thing? 1 bar over 0.1? What? The thing, the line up in the air? What that is a repeating decimal. So for instance, 1/3 we know is a set of instructions. How many times does 3 go into 1? Which we know is 0. 3 does not go into 1 at all, but it does go into 10 9 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And there you go. Now you can see it. 3 goes into 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. And then this is going to go on forever and ever. So the convention is that we really all know that 1/3, at some point I think most adults, even folks that have a math block, which is a lot of people, know that 1/3 of something is like approximately, I'll say a little approximately equal to 0.33, but you could also say it's equal to 0.33. Okay? So, which one's bigger though? Because you could have a terminating decimal of just 0.33. There's some set of integers that when you divide them, you just get 0.33. It's not 1 and 3, however. So which one's bigger? Well, just imagine that we were trying to subtract one from the other. So if you had 0.333, because we know that 0.333 would be a good approximation of that, of 1.33 in comparison to 0.33. Put a 0 here. 3 minus 0 is 3, and then that's a 0, that's a 0. So yeah, 0.003. Well, obviously 0.333 is bigger than 0.33, right? Same idea if we were to take 1.01 actually, and 1.3, I got 3 on the brain. 1.0100. Well, we'd have a 1 there. 1 minus 0, 0, and everything else is going to be a 0. 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So we know that 0.0101 is 0.0001, which is actually 1 basis point, I believe, bigger than 1.0100, or just 1.01. So we know that the repeating decimal is going to be to the right, a little bit closer to the greatest end of the spectrum than the 1.01, the terminating decimal. So then, what is this business of 21 over 19? Well, it's a fraction, but it's also a decimal, so let's follow the instructions. 19 goes into 21 how many times? Let's see, one time, right? 19 is smaller than 21. And it's 2 smaller, right? 21 minus 19. 21 minus 19 is 2. Carry down the 0. 19 still goes into 21 one time. And then 20 minus 19 is 1. And then, wait, 19 does not go into 10, so that's a big fat 0. And then carry down another 0, so we have 100. How many times does 19 go into 100? Well, 19 is very close to 20. 20, if we had, say, 5 $20 bills, 20 goes into 100 5 times, right? However, it's 19, not 20. Well, 19 is really just 20 minus 1, so we're subtracting 1 5 times. 100 minus 5 is 95, right? So we can say 19 times 5 is 95, and spoiler alert, this is just going to go on and on forever and ever. Ad infinitum, fancy way of saying forever. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to ballpark this and say that 21/19 is approximately 1.10. I'm going to leave out the 5 because it's going to be a better comparison as well to the 1.01 by doing so. Speaking of which, that's the tens column and that's the hundreds column under here. So that's really just 1 and 10 hundredths. Well, 10 goes into 10 once and 10 goes into 100 10 times. So that's really just 1 and 1/10 versus 1.01, which is really just 1 and 1/100ths. Tens column, 100ths column. So which is bigger, 1 and 1/10 or 1 and 100th? And really we're just asking, forget the 1, what's bigger, 1/10 of something or 1/100th of something? So if I had 2 pizza pies and I said, I'm going to give you 1/4 of a pizza slice, or if you prefer, I'll give you 1/8. Sorry, it's not exactly 1/8. Circles aren't the same size, so let's pretend a little bit. But which one's bigger, 1/8 of a pizza or 1/4 of a pizza? Obviously, 1/4 is bigger. If more is better, more isn't always better. But if that's what you want is more pizza, you'd want 1/4, not 1/8 of a pizza. That would be less. So, same idea. Do you want 1/10 of a pizza? Or do you want 1/100th of a pizza? Well, 1/100th of a pizza is obviously going to be much smaller. Fancy word, extrapolate. You can see the pattern that 1/100th of something is much smaller than 1/10 of something. So, speaking of which, we had a number line, and this is 1, and then we've got a tick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. So one of these tick marks would be 1/10. And then in that little space here, imagine that there were 10 other little tick marks. Ooh, earthquake. Sorry, I guess it's not funny, but anyway, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Imagine 10 little tick marks in there. Well, 1/10 of that little space, which is 1/100th of this entire space, is much smaller. So we can say we got 1.01 there, just a little bit to the right, 1.01, and then whoa, sorry guys. Okay. And 21/19 over here. So again, the ordered pair, 1.01, 1.01, and 21/19. So 21/19 would be much bigger than 1.01. Repeating or not.